Good morning, this is Angie Kieran with OmTurtle Yoga Spa and Cafe, and we are on week 2 of our yoga-thon. This is day 6. We are going to do a slow flow yoga class today. It's going to be focused mainly on the ground, more focused on the core. So if you have something handy around you, like a bolster or a pillow or something that'll give you a little bit of a cushion, maybe a rolled up blanket, go ahead and grab that now while we get prepared for our class today. So again, we are focusing in on the core space. So we are going to be doing some ab work, some side oblique works, and get ourselves nice and strong. So go ahead and join us. Make sure you have a pillow, a bolster, or something rolled up, maybe a blanket or something that we can use for support. So before we begin our yoga class, as we begin every yoga class, we start off with a gentle meditation. So let's go ahead together. Let's sit up nice and tall in our space. And we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to take some nice long deep breaths. So take some breaths with me together. Here we go. Inhale through the nose and all the way down to the belly. Tilt your chin just a little bit so that you can create a little bit of a hollowed noise in the back of the throat. Inhale and exhale all the way down to the belly. Good. Continue to breathe and soften that face. Relax the shoulders. Allow your arms to become long alongside you. Relax that back and those legs. Maybe expand the fingers just a little bit. Maybe spread those toes. Wonderful. Another long, slow, deep breath through the nose down to the belly. And how about you take 2, maybe 3 more breaths just like that. And as you do so, why don't you set your affirmation for your class today? Your affirmation will begin with I am, and then choose a word that is meaningful to you. Regardless of if it's true or not today, it is true. One more long, deep breath into the belly. Very nice. And exhale. Good. Let's sit up nice and tall. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And then give yourself a roll with your chin to your chest. All the way back. Good. Let's give ourselves some nice deep neck rolls here. All the way around. Good. And then let's reverse. Go the opposite direction. Good. Well done. Excellent. Turn your chin towards your shoulder. Press just a little bit in that jawline. And hold for a deep breath as we pull that opposite shoulder back. Maybe even taking that hand and wrapping it around the back body. Good. Big deep breath here. And exhale. Let's reverse. Chin switches to the other side. We take our fingers pressing gently into the jawline. Your opposite hand swirls back behind you. And let's take a nice long deep breath here. Good. And relax. Let's go ahead and bring those arms up high for our palms tree stretch, pushing the sky away. And let's just bob from side to side. Just like this, open those ribs. Good. Maybe even give yourself a swirl in the chest, lifting those eyeballs up, lifting the chin up high, and then maybe go the opposite direction. Good. Well done. Excellent. And then let's bring those hands behind your body, clasping those hands, and let's take both hands. See if you can pull your opposite hand to the side of the ribs, and just hold here for a breath. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Good. Welcome to OmTurtle Yoga's slow flow class today. Today is a gentle class, and we're going to focus in on the core space. Go ahead and release. Bring those hands back behind you and bring them over to the opposite side. Just gently pressing inwards to the side obliques. Hold for a gentle shoulder stretch here. Good. And breathe. Well done. And release. If possible, go ahead and bring your body forward and lift those arms up behind you. See if that's possible. And you're just going to look from side to side a little bit so that you can enhance the stretch in the shoulders. So just rock from side to side with that face. Back and forth, so we can open up into those shoulders a little bit more. Good. Relax and release, and bring those hands back to your hips. Inhale, rise. Your right hand's going to find a home to the right side of your body as you lift and arch into the left side, stretching into the rib cage. Make sure you breathe into that left side ribs so you can open up that space, and go ahead and float to the other side of your body. Here we go. Reach. Wonderful. How about we go to the other side again? Lift up and reach. Good. And inhale, exhale as we move to the other side. Well done. Bring both knees to one side. So we're just going to stack both knees just like this. And we're going to literally turn away from the feet. So the feet are over here. They're to my left side. My knees are to the right. And I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to press it deep into that knee. And I'm going to sit up and I'm going to try to twist and turn. And I'm going to work on focusing on stretching those hips right there. So let's go ahead and lift and turn your face towards that right shoulder. Here we go. Another way to enhance this stretch, if possible, take your right foot and actually press it on top of that left knee. And what's going to happen is you're going to basically cause that foot to press inwards, which is then going to leverage a deeper twist in those hips. Let's try that. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall and spin. That right hand can find a home on the floor behind you, or it can wrap around your back. Consider. Nice and tall. Very nice. Good. How about another deep breath there, all the way through the body. Top of the head to the tailbone. Breathe. Good. And relax. Go ahead and switch those legs to the other side. Your left foot will stack on top that right knee if possible. We're going to shift and turn our hips just a little bit as our right hand finds a home on the outside of that left knee. The left arm might come up behind you, swing back behind you, find a home with those fingertips. I like to wrap mine around my body. You consider what you'd like to do with yours, and then turn that face towards that left shoulder. Let's take 3 long deep breaths here together, sweet friends. Very good. Thank you so much for joining us live here, OmTurtle Yoga here in Florissant, Missouri. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. Excellent. Relax, relax, relax. Wide feet here. Let's open up those side ribs. Right hand's going to slide down to the ankle. Left arm is going to reach up, and we're going to reach towards those right toes. Turn your gorgeous eyeballs up towards the ceiling and breathe. Good. That left hand is going to reach for those toes or maybe the outside of the shin, and that right hand is going to spin. We're going to add a little bit of a twist here again. Here we go. Look back at your right shoulder, past your right shoulder. Good. Make sure you're pressing that left hand into the outside of that right shin, and what that's going to do is that's going to leverage a twist in your upper back body. Give that a try. Make sure you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Anytime we have a pause throughout our practice, you'll keep breathing, okay? And then we're going to pivot and turn. Your right hand's going to come down to that right ankle, and we're going to try to see if we can come down, bring the elbow down to your shin. See if that's possible. And then go a little bit deeper into that stretch. Now that we've worked through some muscles, we're gonna see if we can go a little deeper into that stretch. See if you can find your fingertips to your toes. And remember, if there's anything that I'm suggesting, remember it is a suggestion. It only works for your body. So whatever your body wants to do today, it's your body, not mine. So take your time and practice at your own pace. Inhale up, be big. Good. And now we're going to switch to the other side here. We're going to float down and open up, reaching with that right arm above you. Try to see if you can spin your face up towards the ceiling, which will help open that shoulder a little bit more into the stretch. Focus in on that side ribs right here, top of the hips. Good. Well done. Excellent. That right hand now is going to float down and it's going to press on the outside of that left shin. And as it presses into the outside of the left shin, that right hand comes behind you. You're going to spin your head towards that right shoulder again and give yourself a nice deep stretch. If you can lean into it, consider a lean. If not, stay right where you are. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale and exhale. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining this morning. Very, very good. Take that left hand and go ahead and reach out for those toes one more time, sweeping up, and see if you can drop that forearm down as close as you can to the shin. Consider, if it doesn't work, that's okay. It's a practice. Go ahead and reach as deep as you can, deeper this time if possible. Very good, very, very good. One more deep breath right here, sweet friends. You got this. Inhale. Go ahead and come all the way up. Let's balance that stretch. Open your legs as wide as you can and reach as far as you can. Bring your fingertips in front of you, and how about you tuck your chin to your chest, all right? Let's go ahead and give that a try. Tuck your chin into your chest and then lift your rib cage up in the back of your body. Lift up and roll your shoulders forward so that you can open up your wings. Imagine your wings are spreading in your back body. Good. This time, plant your hands into the mat and then press your chest forward and kind of lengthen and straighten the back and lift your face. As you do, make sure those toes are still facing the ceiling. Sometimes the toes want to turn in or turn out or kind of get lazy on us. Let's not let our toes get lazy. Good. Flatten that back. Lift that face of yours. Almost like you're flipping your tailbone up behind you. Give that a try. Well done. Good, 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 good. Excellent. Go ahead and bring those legs in. If possible, consider. So you have a couple options. I'm going to have you cross your right leg over the left leg. You can either be right here or maybe consider, go ahead and bring that left knee up. See if that's possible. Otherwise, stay right here. Whatever works for you, okay? And our goal is to bring that chest in towards our shin. So I'm actually on a bolster. I always typically teach a class on a bolster. It feels much better for my body. If you want to sit up on a blanket or a bolster or a pillow, feel free to kind of hop up on it. It straightens out your posture. It works a lot better when we're trying to do some seated postures like this. So if you can, bring your chest in towards the shin. I'm going to actually reach in and grab on. I'm taking my right hand in between, threading the needle, reaching my left hand and just kind of cradling. And then I'm going to lift up real tall in my body, which is then going to cultivate a stretch and the outer right hip into the glutes. So give that a try. The closer you move that foot, the inwards, this one, the higher it's going to lift that leg towards the chest. So see where you are today. You're either here or you're here. And if you are here, it's okay to come forward. You don't have to pull it to your body. Or if you want to lift, you can do that as well. Lots of options. Good. Very, very good. If you get a little weird kind of feeling, just shake it out a little bit. It's just your ligaments and things kind of twisting up in there on you. Just got to shake it out. Give it a little encouragement. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Wonderful. Well done. Breathe. How about one more deep breath here? You got this. Oh, it feels so good. Excellent. And And let's release. Go ahead, flatten that left leg, flatten that right leg. Go ahead and take the left leg this time, dangling it off. Again, you may stay right here. If this is your posture, you can always bring the foot in, or you can bring the chest to the shin. That's up to you. Otherwise, if you would like to, see if you can start to squeak those toes inwards. Sit up as tall as you can on that bolster or pillow or blanket or whatever you have. And then again, I'm going to reach my hands in. It just makes me feel a little bit more stable, and it helps me lift up taller in the head and the body. So see if you can kind of reach in and lift, lift, lift. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I can't see who's here from this far away, but I am so, so, so grateful for you. Thank you so much for joining. Good. Excellent. Keep breathing. Again, you're going to be stretching right about here in the hips and into that glute space. And if this isn't possible, take your time and find a way that works for you. Good. Well done. Excellent. Go ahead and release. I'm going to ask you to get down onto your belly this time. I want to prepare that belly because today is a core class. So I want to make sure that you open up your belly. So we're going to have you come all the way down. Keep your bolster close, okay, or your pillow close, because we're going to need that in a bit. I'm actually going to move, I'm going to move mine to the side. I need full space. So we're going to come down onto the belly, and I'm going to ask for you to do what's called a bow pose. So all the way down onto your belly, you have options. Reach back, grab onto your ankles, and then basically creating a bow pose, which is going to look like this on the mat. So you're going to reach down, grab your ankles. If it's not possible to grab your ankles, both of them at the same time, just grab one at a time. So take a couple breaths on one side, and then take a couple breaths on the other. A way to kind of cheat is grab your pant leg. If you have pant legs, grab those pant legs. You can also use a strap or a belt and lasso that foot too and kind of pull it inwards. So let's do that together. Are you ready? Ready? I'm going to come all the way down to my belly, just like this. Bend those knees. And again, this is fine too. If this is where you're at today, that's fine. Otherwise, reach back and grab onto your ankles. If you want to stay here, stay here. This is a beautiful stretch in the front of the thighs. Otherwise, if you feel like you're ready today, pull those shoulders back, lift the chin up, and see if you can stretch into the front body, lifting your knees up off the floor so that you can get into the belly space as well. You got this? No need to rock. That'll hurt your hip bones. Just stay right where you are. Good. Big deep breath in. And on the exhale, relax. Good. Take a deep breath here. Remember, you can stay here if it feels okay. You don't have to do both ankles. One at a time is just fine. Here we go. Let's lift again. Good. Lift those knees up off the ground. Lift the face up off the ground. Allow those shoulders to come back without pinching the muscles in the back body. Reach. Breathe. Good. One more deep breath. You got this. Stay with me. And then exhale. Relax. How about you pull those heels in as close as you can to the glutes? Give it a try. If not, stay right where you are. Good, breathe. Wonderful. How about one more time, huh? All the way up. Pull, allow your ankles, almost like you're taking your ankles and you're pushing your ankles away, which is then lifting your upper body. Give that a try. This is the last time for this today. Make it count. Breathe. I know it's difficult to breathe like this. I know. Good, and relax. Go ahead and relax and bring those feet down to the floor. This is called reverse corpse. Yes, it's just laying on your belly. Let's just hang here for a breath. Maybe shake out the hips. Good. We're gonna press up into a cobra. So bring your hands to the ribs. So a lot of people, remember this is a tutorial. A lot of people start their cobra with their hands directly underneath their shoulders. It's actually ideal to have your hands here. And the reason for that is because when you lift, you want to make sure your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, okay? That way it doesn't crunch up your spine and the back body. Let me show you. So if my hands were up here, there's no way I'm going to be able to lift all the way because my bones are going to lock on top of one another and it's not going to let me do it. So when you do cobra, and you're flat, just pull your hands down a little bit and then press upwards. Allow the length of your arms to be part of your back, right? So if you use your arms to lift, then it's less on your spine and more on the length of your arms. So let's go ahead and stretch into the belly, lifting the chin here. Good. Nice and long. Many people don't like Cobra. Sometimes you can just stay right here with your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. This is called Sphinx pose. This is a modification if you'd like. Still lifting in your face. We're focusing in on opening the belly right now. Breathe into the belly. Good. Excellent. Go ahead and press upwards. Bend into your knees. Go ahead and come into your table pose. Work into a couple cat-cows here. Ready? Arch those backs. Your low back might be cranky with you. Mine's cranky this morning for sure. Pushing. And then dropping that belly button down, lifting the face. Good. Go ahead and arch deeper. Lift. Pushing into the palms. Arch, 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 arch. Good. Excellent. Drop down into the belly. Good. One more time. Arch that back. And drop down. Go ahead and sink your hips to the heels and work into a quick little child pose just to kind of relax what we just did. Anytime we're opening a pose, we typically close a pose back and rebalance. So this is helping us close the pose. Nurturing and nourishing those muscles in that low back so that we don't open too much and leave it vulnerable to injury. Good, go ahead and come up onto your knees. I'm gonna bring a blanket up underneath my knees because I wanna make sure that my knees stay safe, supple. If you have a blanket handy, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. We're gonna come up onto the knees. Good. Remember we did camel the other day. It was so much fun. So we're gonna do camel one more time because I really wanna open up our low bellies, our visceral space, all the way up here and into the side ribs. Are you ready? So we're gonna start off with one heel. Typical camel is reaching back and grabbing both heels. That's a little over dramatic for me today. I'm not feeling that. You might not be feeling that either. So left hand is gonna grab onto that right ankle, or left ankle. So go ahead and reach down. And your body is not gonna like this at first, but it will. It'll work into it, I promise you. Lift your right arm up and see if you can stretch into those side belly space. Just like that. Good. Breathe. We're gonna use our hips to pop forward. Good. And then reach with your right hand down to your right ankle. Left arm comes up. Good. Stretch, really stretch into that left side body right there. Good, let's pop up with the hips and switch one more time. Reach. Excellent. Last time on the other side. Good, now I'm gonna ask you to flow. So you're gonna come down real low, just like this, and float across the mat, reaching and popping back up on the left side. Good, how about you crawl, 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 reach, up, good. Excellent, go ahead and come down. Well done. Now I would like for you, we're all stretched and ready to go, so now we're gonna work into boat poses. I want you to promise that you'll still love me at the end of this class because boat poses will make you very angry because they're not easy, I know. So if you have a blanket or a bolster or a pillow, go ahead and place it behind you. This is gonna be our catch-all. So when we are in boat pose, this could be there to support us if we need to lean back, right? Or it can be there to remind us that we're out of posture. And let me show you how. So I have the blanket up underneath my hips. It's there for cushion. And I have a pillow or bolster. This is called a bolster behind me. So go ahead and find something that you can put behind you. And I'm gonna sit up super tall in my body. My spine is very long. And we're just gonna start right here. And the first thing I want you to do is I want you to lean back and touch that bolster or that pillow. And that is your reminder that you need to either straighten your posture or you need to take a break because your muscles are tired, okay? So as soon as you touch that bolster, you have that support. Either you're tired or you need to go whoop. Because sometimes we'll go ahead and go, uh-oh, I need to straighten up here. Good. Let's go ahead and lift our feet up off the ground. Let's take our hands and place them up underneath the knees and pull our knees so that they're hips width apart. We're gonna sit up nice and tall here, and we're gonna let's take 3 breaths together. Are you ready? Let's inhale through the nose. exhale. Good. Pull your belly button in and up towards the rib cage. If you let your belly button come out, then it's going to form there. So we want to pull the belly button in and up so that you're nice and tall. Good. Inhale again. And exhale. How about one more deep inhale here? Here we go. Excellent. And relax. Anytime I say relax, we'll come forward and we're actually going to grab our knees and we're going to soften our belly. Soften the belly. Big deep breaths into the belly. The reason why is yogis don't want super strong. We want a strong, supple core. We don't want all of the tight abs, because tight abs makes us feel tight, right? We want our body to be very fluid, a lot of movement, a lot of suppleness. So if you're working towards ab core, go ahead and relax into it. You're going to have a strong core, but our job, our focus is not to create a six-pack here.